Hello everyone, welcome back once again. My name is Irvin Thomas Wilson, and today we will be talking about another topic, an interesting topic from family law. And the topic that we are going to discuss today is about alimony. So, what is alimony? So, the term alimony is derived from the Latin word alimonia, which means sustenance or existence or substantial living. It is also referred to as spousal support or maintenance. So it is actually a legal obligation of a partner to their spouse to provide financial support after the course of a divorce. So this financial support is based on the family laws of the country. So this alimony is decided based on the earning power and the person economically dependent on the marriage. So there are mainly two types of alimony. So given at the time of court proceedings, so this is usually the maintenance amount. So, and the next one is given at the time of legal separation. So this can be either given in a lump sum of money or as a fixed monthly or quarterly payment or as per requirements of the spouse to whom the court has allocated the alimony. So now let's see what are the alimony laws in India. So the personal laws of different religion in India govern the maintenance rights of a woman. So these personal laws deals with marriage, divorce, and also the maintenance of for which there are various provisions for people who can claim maintenance. So let's look at various the different alimony laws or the religious personal laws. So the alimony is different in each of this religious personal laws. So alimony under Hindu law. So under Hindu law, it is considered the spiritual duty of the husband to maintain his wife and give her all the comforts. So under Section 24 of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955, both the wife and the husband are entitled to claim maintenance from their spouse. So thus this section does not differentiate between it is not gender specific, so it does not differentiate between male and female. So this maintenance depends on certain factors like husband's earnings, assets and liabilities, wife's financial standing, employment, etc. So the wife, if the husband fails to provide alimony, the wife also has an additional option to claim maintenance under Section 18 of the Hindu Adoptions and Maintenance Act. So, under this act, the entitlement to alimony is based on the whether the husband abandons her without any justified reason, the husband treats her with cruelty, the husband has another wife, or the husband has practiced bigamy or polygamy. If the husband suffers from a virulent form of leprosy or any other diseases that is highly contagious, or if the husband has converted to another religion, etc., etc. So now let's see the alimony provision under Muslim law. So in Muslim laws, the parties first decide to which law to file under. So, for the purpose of claiming the alimony amount, in Muslim law, women are the ones given the right to alimony. So, uh, different from the Hindu law, the Muslim law is slightly gender specific. So, according to Shariat law, the Muslim women are given the absolute right to maintenance. So, the right remains unprejudiced, even if the wife has a good financial standing and the husband is poor. So, for the Muslim woman, the Muslim Woman Protection of Rights on Divorce Act 1986 lays down the provisions for maintenance or alimony. So, after a woman is divorced, a reasonable and fair amount to be paid is to be paid under the iddat period, and an amount equal to the dowry agreed to be paid during the time of marriage, a title to the property or properties given to her either before or after the marriage. So this is the type of maintenance or alimony that is given under the Muslim Protection of Rights on Women Divorce Act. So the next one is alimony under Christian law. So the Christian law deals with maintenance of wife under Section 36, Section 37, and Section 38 of Indian Divorce Act 1869. So the religious personal law of Christian religion does not specifically mention about alimony or maintenance, but it is rather given in the Indian Divorce Act 1869. So next one is alimony under Parsi law. The maintenance of the wife is dealt with Parsi Marriage and Divorce Act 1988. So the section 40 of this act deals with the permanent alimony and maintenance. So it authorizes any court to order the defendant to pay a periodical sum for a term not exceeding that of the plaintiff's own life. So it is important for the court to have regard to the conduct of the parties and merits of each case. So now let's see, how can we decide if a certain party is entitled to claim alimony? So there are certain factors are taken into account that influence the alimony amount as well as the duration which it needs to be paid. So duration of marriage. So if the marriage that lasts for more than 10 years, they are entitled to alimony for a lifetime, uh, for a permanent alimony. Next one is age of spouse. So a young recipient may get for a shorter duration of time, keeping in mind their career excellence and all. So the next one is to equalize the economic condition of both the spouses. So the higher earning spouse is entitled to pay heavy amount, whereas lower earning spouse may be asked to pay an able amount for as alimony. The next one is enjoyment for a successful career. So as we discussed earlier, higher earning spouse is subject to pay a higher amount of alimony. The next one is the health of the spouse. If the spouse claiming for alimony is in poor health, the other spouse will be subjected to paying high alimony to ensure proper well-being of the unhealthy spouse. Next one is child custody. The spouse who maintains child custody will be entitled to receive a greater amount. Next one is liabilities of the husband, like taking care of his wholly dependent parents and flourishing career of the wife. will also be considered. So these are the factors that comes into the picture when we decide the duration and amount of alimony. So guys, this is all about alimony. I hope you guys enjoyed the topic. You guys get to learn more about alimony. Feel free to comment about the topic, guys. Thank you. Have a nice evening.